Hey guys, Foxdrop here with a video on why I think the Raptor jungle smite buff is so good. So if you've watched my previous video about the smite jungle buff, you'll know that I rate the Raptors extremely highly. However, there is a unappreciated reason for this. So obviously you guys will know if you've played the new jungle that whenever you smite these Raptors, you are given a buff. And what this buff does, whenever you walk by a ward, it will alert you that you've been spotted by this ward and also grant you the true vision required to then stomp that ward. However, something which goes unappreciated about this Raptor buff is when you're not spotted by a ward. So what's happening right now? What's happening right now, this is not a waste of the Raptor buff in any way, shape or form. And this is what makes it so good. All of this time that I'm walking around the jungle, I'm going near bushes, I'm walking by places which are likely to be warded or whatever. All of the time that this is not popping, I know that there are not wards here. I'm being fed the information that this place isn't warded. Now obviously it's important to know where places are warded because you don't want to be spotted out, but it is equally important to know where places aren't warded. If I'm walking around here and I know that I'm not being spotted by a ward, then that means that I know the enemy can't see me, and then I can use that information to make plays. So whenever I do spot a ward, like is happening here, I get to kill this ward down, or kill both these wards down, I've been treated nicely. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I spot these wards or not. This is nice, but it's not the greatest thing about the Raptors. The fact that I can run around and know where it's not warded, I can then make plays based on that information. Because that's kind of how vision works. It's not just about the Raptors, that's how vision in general works. Wards especially don't just show you where people are, they also show you where people aren't. So if I'm going to give an example of this, say that I knew there was an enemy sitting in one of these two bushes, if this crab could get out my way. Thank you, crab. If I knew there was an enemy sitting in one of these two bushes, but I didn't know which bush he was sitting in, then it would only require one ward for me to know where he was. Because if I warded this bush, say I ward this bush, he's not in that bush, therefore I know by process of elimination, he must be sitting in this bush here, which he is. Now I know that's quite an extreme example, but you can still do that in a game setting. If you ward this wraith area or this chicken area, for example, and then you see that the enemy jungler isn't there, you can infer where that jungler might be based on where the game is going. You might know that he's around here, or you might know that he's moving over to the walls. But basically, if you know he's not in a certain place, that information is almost as valuable as knowing exactly where he is. And that's what's so good about this Raptor buff. It doesn't just tell you when you're spotted by a ward, but also the information that's being given to you when you're not spotted by a ward is almost as valuable. And that's the point that I wanted to make in this video, guys. I hope I explained it kind of well. I've been doing this like a million takes from this video because I just can't seem to really explain what I'm feeling about this and how to get it out to you in a concise way. But I hope you understood it. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up as always, guys. And you can subscribe to me for more educational League content about the new League Season 5 Jungle. But you can find me on Facebook, on Twitter, and catch me streaming on Twitch as well, guys. But thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. And I will see you in my next video.